Bread. It's more than just food, it's a symbol of nourishment, comfort, and home. From the humblest peasant's table to the most lavish royal feast, bread has played a central role in our shared human story. Today, the world enjoys an astonishing diversity of breads, each bearing the unique imprint of its cultural origins. Prepare to be amazed by the ingenuity of our ancestors, the enduring power of tradition, and the sheer deliciousness of this timeless food. Our story begins over 14,000 years ago, in the Fertile Crescent, where agriculture first took root. They learned to grind wild grains into flour, mix it with water, and cook it over fire, creating the earliest forms of flatbread. Join us now as we delve deeper into the fascinating history of bread, exploring its evolution through different civilizations and the pivotal role it has played in shaping our world. Imagine a time before supermarkets, before agriculture, even before pottery. Our hunter-gatherer ancestors roaming the Fertile Crescent stumbled upon a wild grass bearing edible seeds. These seeds, we now know as emmer wheat, were small and hard, difficult to digest in their raw form. The earliest forms of bread were likely unleavened cakes or flatbreads, made by mixing coarsely ground flour with water and cooking the dough on hot stones or over open fires. Evidence of these early breads has been found in archaeological sites dating back over 14,000 years. The simple act of grinding grains and baking bread had set in motion a chain of events that would shape the course of human history. Flatbreads, in all their simplicity, represent the earliest and most widespread form of bread making. From the tortillas of Mesoamerica to the naan of India, from the injera of Ethiopia to the pita of the Middle East, flatbreads have sustained cultures across the globe for millennia. In ancient Egypt, flatbreads were a staple food, consumed by people from all walks of life. Flatbreads continue to be a cornerstone of cuisines around the world, each culture adding its own unique twist to this ancient food. While flatbreads reigned supreme for millennia, the discovery of leavening marked a revolution in bread making. The ancient Egyptians are credited with making the earliest leavened bread, sometime around 4,000 years ago. The discovery of leavening transformed bread from a simple staple into a culinary art form. The Roman Empire, with its vast reach and sophisticated infrastructure, played a pivotal role in spreading the art of bread making. Roman legions marching across Europe and North Africa carried with them their knowledge of bread making, introducing leavened bread to new lands and cultures. As the Roman Empire transitioned into the Byzantine Empire, bread continued to hold a place of prominence. The legacy of Roman and Byzantine bread making can still be seen today in the Mediterranean region, where many traditional breads bear the hallmarks of these ancient civilizations. In the centuries following the fall of the Roman Empire, Europe entered the medieval period, a time of great social and political upheaval. Despite these turbulent times, bread remained a dietary staple, sustaining peasants and nobles alike. Bread made during this period was often coarse and dense, made from rye or barley rather than the more refined wheat flour favored by the Romans. The medieval period also saw the rise of guilds, associations of craftsmen who controlled the production and sale of specific goods, including bread. The Renaissance, a period of great cultural and intellectual rebirth, brought with it a renewed interest in classical learning and a spirit of innovation that extended to the culinary arts. One notable development during this period was the increasing popularity of wheat flour. Improved ovens, with better heat control, allowed for greater precision in baking. The Renaissance, with its emphasis on artistry and innovation, marked a turning point in the history of bread making, paving the way for the diverse and sophisticated breads we enjoy today. At its heart, bread making is a simple process, a testament to the transformative power of nature. Flour, made from grinding grains like wheat, rye, or barley, provides the structure and substance of bread. Water hydrates the flour, activating its gluten and transforming it into a cohesive dough. Yeast, the invisible engine of bread making, works its magic by consuming sugars present in the dough and releasing carbon dioxide gas as a byproduct. Once the basic ingredients have been combined, the real magic of bread making begins: kneading and shaping. Kneading, a rhythmic push and pull motion, develops the gluten strands in the dough, creating a strong, elastic network that will trap gas bubbles produced by the yeast. After kneading, the dough is left to rise in a warm, draft-free environment. Once the dough has doubled in size, it's time for shaping. From simple round loaves to intricately braided challahs, the possibilities are endless. The final act in this culinary drama takes place in the oven, where heat transforms the humble dough into a golden brown masterpiece. The oven's heat serves several purposes. It causes the yeast to go into overdrive, producing a final burst of gas that gives the bread its characteristic rise. It also sets the gluten structure, creating the bread's texture and crumb. And of course, it creates the crust, that crisp, flavorful outer layer that distinguishes bread from all other foods. Baking times and temperatures vary depending on the type of bread and the oven being used. Leaner breads, like baguettes and ciabatta, typically bake at higher temperatures for shorter periods, resulting in a thin, crisp crust and an open crumb. Enriched breads like brioche and challah, enriched with butter, eggs, or milk, bake at lower temperatures for longer periods, resulting in a softer crust and a richer, more tender crumb. The oven's environment also plays a crucial role in bread baking. Steam, introduced during the initial stages of baking, helps to create a thin, crisp crust and prevents the bread from drying out. Professional bakers often use specialized ovens with steam injection systems, while home bakers can achieve similar results by placing a pan of water in the bottom of the oven. As the bread bakes, the aroma of toasted grains fills the air, signaling the imminent arrival of a culinary treasure. The crust, initially pale and soft, gradually transforms into a deep golden brown, its surface dappled with enticing blisters. The internal temperature of the bread, the true measure of doughness, should reach around 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 93 degrees Celsius for most breads. The anticipation builds as the bread emerges from the oven, its crust crackling softly as it cools. The irresistible urge to slice into the warm loaf, to savor the aroma and texture of freshly baked bread, is a testament to the enduring allure of this ancient food. Bread making, from its humble beginnings to its modern-day incarnations, remains a cherished tradition, a testament to human ingenuity and our enduring connection to the earth's bounty. Bread, in its myriad forms, transcends its role as mere sustenance to become a powerful symbol of cultural identity. Each nation, each region, even each family, holds dear its own bread traditions, passed down through generations like cherished heirlooms. These traditions, often deeply intertwined with history, religion, and local customs, offer a glimpse into the soul of a culture. In France, the baguette, with its crisp crust and airy interior, holds a place of honor on the table and in the hearts of the French people. More than just bread, the baguette represents a way of life, a commitment to culinary excellence, and a celebration of simple pleasures. The daily ritual of visiting the boulangerie, the aroma of freshly baked bread wafting through the air, is an integral part of the French experience. In India, naan, cooked in the searing heat of a tandoor oven, is more than just a flatbread. It's a symbol of hospitality and communal dining. Torn into pieces and used to scoop up curries and dals, naan fosters a sense of togetherness, a shared appreciation for the art of eating with one's hands and savoring the flavors of a richly spiced meal. In Mexico, tortillas made from corn or wheat are the very foundation of Mexican cuisine. More than a food, tortillas are a symbol of cultural heritage, a link to the ancient civilizations that first cultivated corn and perfected the art of tortilla making. From simple street food to elaborate dishes served in the finest restaurants, tortillas are an indispensable part of the Mexican culinary landscape. Section 2. Beyond the plate, symbolism and ritual. Bread's significance extends far beyond its nutritional value, permeating the realms of religion, folklore, and social customs. Throughout history, bread has been imbued with symbolic meaning, representing life, sustenance, and spiritual nourishment. In Christianity, bread takes center stage in the sacrament of Holy Communion, symbolizing the body of Christ. The act of breaking bread together represents communion with God and fellowship among believers. The offering of bread and salt, a tradition found in many cultures, signifies hospitality and welcome. In many folklore traditions, bread is associated with good fortune and prosperity. The belief that dropping a piece of bread on the floor is bad luck reflects a deep-seated respect for this life-sustaining food. In some cultures, bread is believed to possess magical qualities used in rituals to ensure a bountiful harvest or ward off evil spirits. The act of baking bread itself can be a deeply symbolic and ritualistic practice. In many cultures, bread making is a communal activity, bringing together women of the village to share stories, laughter, and the fruits of their labor. The rhythmic kneading of dough, the anticipation of the rise, the transformation of humble ingredients into a life-sustaining food. These acts connect us to our ancestors, to the earth, and to the very essence of life itself. Section 3. The Future of Bread, Tradition and Innovation. As we navigate the 21st century, the world of bread finds itself at a crossroads, balancing the preservation of time-honored traditions with the allure of innovation and experimentation. While the basic ingredients of bread remain unchanged, new technologies, global influences, and evolving dietary preferences are shaping the future of this ancient food. The rise of artisan bread making, a movement that emphasizes traditional techniques, high-quality ingredients, and long fermentation times, reflects a growing appreciation for the craft of bread making and a rejection of mass-produced commercial bread. Artisan bakers, often trained in the old ways, are pushing the boundaries of flavor and texture, experimenting with ancient grains, sourdough starters, and innovative baking methods. At the same time, technology is transforming the way bread is made and consumed. Bread machines, once a novelty, have become commonplace, offering convenience and consistency for home bakers. Online platforms connect bakers worldwide, facilitating the sharing of recipes, techniques, and cultural traditions. The globalization of food culture has introduced consumers to a wider variety of breads than ever before, from the tangy sourdoughs of San Francisco to the fluffy milk bread of Japan. The future of bread likely lies in a harmonious blend of tradition and innovation, honoring the heritage of this ancient food while embracing new possibilities. As consumers become more discerning about their food choices, demanding quality, flavor, and sustainability, the demand for authentic handcrafted bread is likely to grow. At the same time, technology and globalization will continue to shape the bread landscape, introducing new flavors, textures, and experiences. The journey of bread, from its humble beginnings to its modern-day incarnations, is a testament to human ingenuity and our enduring fascination with this most fundamental of foods. Section 1. A Timeless Legacy. From the dusty plains of the Fertile Crescent to the bustling streets of modern cities, the aroma of baking bread has wafted through the ages, a comforting constant in a world of change. We've journeyed from the humble flatbreads of our ancestors to the intricate loaves of today, witnessing the evolution of a food that has sustained, united, and inspired humanity for millennia. Bread, in its essence, embodies the very spirit of human ingenuity. It speaks to our ability to transform the simplest of ingredients, flour, water, yeast, into a life-sustaining food, a source of comfort, and a symbol of cultural identity. It reflects our deep-seated connection to the earth, to the cycles of planting and harvesting, and to the transformative power of heat and time. The story of bread is not merely a tale of culinary evolution, it's a testament to our shared human experience. It's a story of migration and cultural exchange, of innovation and adaptation, of tradition and reinvention. It's a story that transcends borders, languages, and beliefs, reminding us that despite our differences, we are all united by the simple act of breaking bread together. Section 2. Breaking bread, building bridges. In a world often fractured by division and conflict, bread offers a powerful symbol of unity and hope. The act of sharing bread, a gesture as old as humanity itself, transcends cultural barriers and fosters a sense of community. It reminds us that we are all connected, bound by our shared need for nourishment, for comfort, and for human connection. As we look to the future, the legacy of bread offers a powerful lesson. It reminds us that even in the face of adversity and change, the simple act of breaking bread together can nourish our bodies, warm our hearts, and strengthen the bonds that unite us. So the next time you savor the aroma of freshly baked bread, take a moment to appreciate the long and storied journey it has taken to reach your table. Remember the generations of bakers who came before you, the ingenuity of our ancestors, and the enduring power of this simple yet profound food. And as you break bread with loved ones, remember that you are participating in a timeless ritual, one that has sustained and united humanity for countless generations.